What's going on, people? Welcome back to the roots of the channel. I feel like we've not had UK boxing for a while, bro. We've not had UK boxing for a while, but we're back. Ezra Taylor versus Willie Hutchinson in round one. Round one's coming to a close. Been a really good round for Hutchinson, to be fair. Even though I'm not a fan of him, Willie Hutchinson, I've got to say, you can see the just in round one, he looks a level above. He looks a level above to me. Ezra Taylor needs to get back to his corner and get some instructions. It's one of them ones where Ezra Taylor's not necessarily in trouble right now, but he needs instructions, blood. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is. He actually needs instructions. Only Fact Sports, we're back. Do you know what I'm saying? Chat to me, man. Them chat to me, man. So I mean, back UK boxing. Big up Mustafa in the chat as well. Like I said, UK boxing, bro. That's what this channel's all about. This type of card is what this channel's all about. I can't lie. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm gassed to be live for this one. We're going to be live later as well. Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Furman. We're going to be live for as much of that card as we possibly can as well. So make sure that you're looking for that. Let me just slap this little slap up. What is it? Who's the A side for this, bro? Taylor versus Hutchinson. Ahmad, what are you saying? Willie Hutchinson is piecing up Taylor right now. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't really like Willie Hutchinson. I just don't like him as a guy outside the ring, but he's getting the work in, bro. Do you know what I mean? Ezra Taylor's hands just look too slow. It looks like another example of being muscle bound, not really working for you. But that was a good right hand by Taylor. Use the jab to cover the eyes of Hutchinson, and then use the overhand right. And I said Taylor looked like he needed instructions, and the instructions so far seem to be working. I don't think he's going to be landing much of the jab. I think the jab is a little bit slow, but using his left hand to block the vision of Hutchinson and then come straight forward to the straight right, I think that's the route to success. I'm not going to lie. I'm excited. I'm a big heavyweight boxing fan. Yep, heavyweight boxing is what it's all about. And we're going to see, I put it in the chat today, we're going to see if the Moses Itauma hype train keeps chugging along, blood. Hutchinson's left hand not really working in this second round, by the way. I don't know if you man are watching this now, but Hutchinson trying to get around. He had some good success in the first round, Hutchinson. I gave him the first round, but Ezra Taylor's guard was up. And I like I said it at the end of the first round, he just needs instructions. It looked like a performance where he was about to get drowned, potentially. This has been something of a little grudge match. Do you know what I'm saying? These men been talking the talk. I don't know if this was delayed, wasn't it? I don't know if there was an injury. I think, or maybe this was supposed to be on the original Itauma versus Franklin card. I thought the Black Hutchinson is fighting. No. This is British boxing. Black Hutchinson's American. There ain't gonna be no Americans on this card other than Franklin. Queensbury ain't got budgets like that. Willie Hutchinson, obviously, really good amateur boxer, really good technical boxer, but did lose a split decision to Josh Buatsi. And Hutchinson just changing his strategy slightly, setting a few more feints. At first, he was setting the pace of the action. This one, difficult to score. I'm edging this round maybe towards Taylor. Big right hand from Taylor there. But I don't know if I'm edging this round to Taylor because Taylor wasn't so good in the first round and he's improved, or if he's actually won this round. So let me know in the chat who you think has won this second round. But it was a couple of good shots in the last kind of 30 seconds from Hutchinson. But over the course of the round, I've got to say, Taylor's defense has looked a lot better. He's landed some of the more significant punches. This is going to be a good fight. This is probably the fight I was looking forward to the most. Andre, shout out to Andre, said Itauma's sparking him. You think Itauma's sparking him out? You think early as well? What kind of rounds are we talking about? End of round 2. I've probably got it 1-1 now. This is a good fight. This is a really good style matchup. I think there's a world where Willie Hutchinson can win this fight. This is a winnable fight for both men. That's what makes this compelling to me. Do you think the current Dillian would beat Franklin? No, I don't. Yeah, he's from Yeah, he's from Willie Hutchinson's from Manchester. Yeah, he's one of them. Tyson Fury, man. Itauma will win on points. Itauma win on points. I don't know, you know. I don't know because I feel like Itoma's a confidence guy. If you let him win, if you let Itauma win 3 or 4 rounds on points with nothing coming back at him significantly, he's going to come forwards more and forwards more and forwards more, and eventually he's going to let's try to take you out. It's a big right hand from just the highlight from that second round of the big right hand from Ezra Taylor on Willie Hutchinson. Now in the third round, like I said, I've got it 1-1. JT enough. Hey, AT, we gave her a shout out in that video, bro. Said AT needs to he just needs to defect. AT needs to just defect to reform at this point. Good overhand right from Hutchinson. What I like about this fight so far, Hutchinson wins the first round, Taylor improves, wins the second round, Hutchinson improves. Let's see what happens, because now Hutchinson's doing stuff he wasn't doing in the first and he wasn't doing in the second. He's changing levels. He's trying to set traps. Hutchinson has just got a bit more in his bag. Do you know what I mean? Not even a bit. Hutchinson's got a lot more in his bag. Taylor's got the athleticism. He's taller. He's rangier. He's more powerful. But Hutchinson really is the technician of the two. So, but the problem with Willie Hutchinson is he takes a little while to get to all the tools. He doesn't come out and just have all the tools at play. Do you know what I mean? He comes out kind of simple, and then as the fight goes on, the tools come out. But, you know what I mean? Man said, what's good, nephew? Who's nephew, blood? Nah, Franklin is a decent fighter to go distance with. It's not going to be an easy win. The fan zone have it Hutchinson 2-0, but Fabio Wardley, the heavyweight champion of the world, he agrees with me. He's got it 1-1. And I mean, we're in Manchester, so the fan zone is obviously going to go for the Manchester fighter. I think Taylor needs to do significant damage because he's not going to get a decision, but also he's going to lose rounds because any close round, not just on the fans being biased because they're from Manchester, but on the fact that he's not the technician. He's not the technical guy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm of South Asian heritage and I'm a Muslim, but I'll be honest, bro, I already don't even want to know where the rest of this comment is about to go. 1 minute left in round 3. But I'll be honest, what I don't want to see is JT complaining about not getting jobs with the media and stuff. Bro, JT can't complain about that, bro. He can't. JT has 2 management. It's not about the tweet. It's not about that. JT is not getting management jobs, partly because 1, we don't know how good he is as a coach, but 2, you have multiple racism infractions in your professional career, and you don't have great PR because you set your teammate's wife. So a lot of people are just not going to like you as a character, point blank. Period. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with him. Do you know what I mean? I ain't betting against him after the stunt Dillian White pulled 100%. Who you man got for Sebastian Fundora versus Keith Thurman? I mean, you've got to lean towards Sebastian Fundora, but Keith Thurman, one time, bro. One time. I mean, can Keith Thurman roll back the years? Can he roll back the years? That's the question. He's an awful human, but inconsistent with keeping politics out of football. Same with the Ratcliffe stuff. The thing is, keeping politics out of football, I don't even know what that means, bro. Football is politics. If man know the history of football, football is politics, bro. My ends is better than your ends is politics. England is better than Germany at football is politics. Everything is politics. When people say keep football out of politics, they don't make sense. They don't make sense. Politics, if you Google it, is everything around the everyday life that you live. Everything that goes into that, bro. Anything, bro. You get a speeding ticket, that's politics. Everything's politics. So man can't say keep politics out of football. Man think politics is just Black Lives Matter and taking the knee and LGBT banners, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Sport is all politics, bro. What's man talking about? Do you know what I'm saying? The fact that England don't want to fit during certain wars, man are playing football and that. Sport's all politics, bro. Like, that don't even make sense. Do you know what I mean? The fact that back in the day, boxers in the 30s and 40s wouldn't fight black fighters because they didn't want to give them fame and notoriety or lose to them. That's politics. The sport's all politics, bro. Man don't like foreign money coming in. Good jabs coming from Ezra Taylor. Man don't like foreign money coming in because football used to be all about you know, the factory workers and all this kind of, that's politics, bro. The FA Association Cup used to be played between Cambridge and Oxford, blood. If you know the history, do you know what I'm saying? It wasn't football didn't used to be a working class sport. It's politics. Everything's politics, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just man are just waffling, bro. You might gotta do a segment on Tennessee and Danny Aaron's. Nah, bro, I can't. I can't do YouTube and talk about Danny Aaron's, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Shout out to him, like he's a more successful YouTuber than I'll ever be, but I can't do a YouTube video talking about Tennessee and Danny Aaron's, bro. We'll talk about it here. It's Shebs, if you stay tuned, we might talk about it here on the show, but that's just one we'll just mention on the show. But I ain't gonna do no segment on that. Definitely not. Nick, do you really think us Chelsea man really cared when Roman won us trophies when he probably had a red dot on bare man? Arsenal man don't even speak about the party stuff. Nah, I hear you. I hear you. But what I'm saying is, man can't say take politics out of football. That don't make sense. It don't make sense, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's like saying let's have AJ versus Wilder and not mention the words Britain or America. That don't make sense. Everything's politics. I'm not saying that you have to bring your politics into football, but everything is politics. Like it just is, bro. Man need to go out and watch football, bro. Man need to watch football and man need to play football, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because Rooney, like Shane's got a view. Shane's got a certain view of football, and I understand the view. The view is that if you're the best player, you are effective across the whole pitch. I hear that. That's a particular view, but there's more to it than that. Do you know what I'm saying? There's more to it than that, in my opinion. Man can't argue that Modric is better than Henry because Modric is more effective around the pitch, whereas Henry is mostly effective in the final third. Man can't argue that with me, bro. Man can't argue that, bro. Like, it's not, bro. Like, what are we doing? Do you know what I'm saying? There are 3 fights after this. I don't think so, but I think they changed the order because this is meant to be the co-main, but they've brought this fight forwards. So let me just have a look at the undercard and see what the situation is. Because I think you're right. 2 facts. Rooney is a barbarian on the pitch with tech. Neymar is a specialist with tech. Rooney is extremely technical. Rooney is one of the best England players to ever play in terms of pure talent. Rooney is probably one of the most technical players to ever play for England, if we're being honest. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially as a forward. Rooney is effective everywhere on the pitch. He's insanely underrated. And Rooney's cold, bro. Rooney's a cold baller. But when we're talking about top levels of football, bro, like, come on, bro. Honestly. Now, all banter aside, this season has been a shit year for Saka, for Foden, for Palmer. I'm only saying all of them just because I don't want man to think I'm being biased. All of them have clips in their highlight reel that Neymar would do every day. Every day, every game. Man, them were terrified of playing against Neymar. Not just, oh, he's good. Man are terrified of playing against Neymar. Into round 5. This is a really good fight. I just don't feel that Taylor is doing enough to win the rounds. And I wonder how much I am being biased against him because I'm trying to think from a Manchester perspective. Do you know what I'm saying? But the rounds are close. As it stands at the moment, it's close. Do you know what I mean? Someone's got it 2-2, I'm not mad. And someone's got it 3-1, I'm not mad. Fabio Bordi's got it 3-1 Hutchinson. I'm not mad at that. I just don't see Taylor getting a decision here at all. The fans don't have it 4-0. Ezra winning, in my opinion, right now. I'm not mad at that. But the problem that you have, though, Daniel, shout out to you, Daniel. Welcome to the channel. The problem you got is he ain't getting a decision. So he's got to do more. He's got to really put a dent in Hutchinson. It's good left hand. You can see Hutchinson quite heavy-handed. Taylor quite heavy-handed, but he's putting a lot of energy into setting up the shots. The energy he's putting into setting up the shot to land the power shot isn't powerful enough to make it worth it. This is where Taylor's going to struggle in his career and has struggled in his career. Because that's the problem you're going to have every time. It's a great matchup, though. Hands are a little bit slow. He needs to get that right hand moving a little bit more. He's not using the right hand because he's thinking of it as a power punch, not just another punch. He needs to use it more. That's making it easy for Hutchinson to defend because you're only ever coming with a double jab. And then you're teeing up for the power shot. You know what I mean? You should just throw some combinations together. Hutchinson's not got no great defense. You've got to put some combinations together. It's good defense from Taylor. Then he comes back with some shots. But like I say, he's just finding himself in a really difficult position in this fight. And he's got to change something. I'm not going to say he has gas tank issues across the fight. He can fight for 10 rounds. But he seems to have gas tank issues within a round, if that makes sense. When you go away, you have to stop him or clearly win. 100%, bro. 100%. And you know what that is, Mally? That's politics. Oh, my God. Come on, man. For me, I want my striker to score a goal or be involved in goal competitions. I don't want my striker to defend. What are you talking about? You're talking about Wayne Rooney? Bro, Wayne Rooney used to back bare goals, bro. But the thing is, in this era of football, Wayne Rooney would be lethal, bro, because Wayne Rooney's flying into challenges. You can't play. The difference is, I hear you, but if Neymar's up against you, you can play out from the back. You can't play out from the back against Wayne Rooney. You can't, bro. Wayne Rooney's clamping your centre back, taking the ball and slapping the goal, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, into round 6, that brother Fundora is just a highlight reel KO waiting to happen. Furman may do it. I mean, he's been highlight reel KO'd already, bro. Look at go look up if you ain't seen it. Sebastian Fundora versus Brian Mendoza. Do you know what I'm saying? He got put in a spliff by Brian Mendoza, but then Brian Mendoza went on to lose his next 2 fights, so he never really had to seek revenge and get him back. So that's just what it is. Skinhead Rooney was dangerous. Facts. Most fans like versatile players. That's why they choose Rooney over Neymar. Certain Arsenal man were calling for my head at 4 a.m. How comes 60th minute or whatever? I haven't heard from them, man. Bro, I've said all I need to say, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I was the gaffer, man, no, there'd be a trophy in North London right now, blood. You know what I'm saying? If I was the gaffer. So, what more can I do? Both these men would have benefited from better sparring earlier in their careers because both of them, you can see they're talented, but do you know what I'm saying? Most English players never get into peak for football skills. I don't know any English player at Neymar level. They don't get it. Yeah, but Neymar grew up playing in Santos, innit? It's the style of the league. Do you know what I'm saying? Even if we had someone who could play exactly like Neymar, they'd have to go abroad to play like that. The Premier League doesn't have those players, bro. It's not even just English players. Man don't do that. Man don't play like that when they come to England. Because you can't. You can't, bro. The Premier League's way too physical. Way too physical. Yeah, Taylor letting this fight get away from him now. It's good right hand, but it's not going to win in the round. And for me, after 6 rounds, fight's just getting away from him a little bit. Willie Hutchinson starting to pull away, looks much more comfortable in there. I don't know if we're going to potentially see some gas tank issues here. Big up all the man them. Where's Shane? Shane is going to be here for Fundora versus Furman tonight. But let me message him actually. He told me he weren't going to make it for this. Let me see what time he's reaching. I'm hyped for Zayas versus Boots fight, bro. Yeah, that fight's going to be crazy. Sancho? Jadon Sancho? Neymar? Nah, bro. Mali, please stop. Mali, please. Please, bro. Please stop. Sancho's not doing anything close to what we saw Neymar doing. Nothing close. Nothing close, bro. I don't even seen him have flair. He's done a couple bits, but not consistently. But the Prem's just too physical, bro. Fabio Wardley's now got it 4-2. The fan zone still have it 6-0. Prem's too aggressive, bro. Man are gonna brock you up. Maybe the Prem will become more like that with the style of football that we're seeing. Maybe we'll have someone in the kind of mid-table teams take more risks and stuff, but I don't see it. Ezra Taylor's range is really, really bad. Maybe he's tired, though. He does already look tired to me. Hutchinson's now getting into his kind of herky-jerky style. Landing punches, getting out. Hutchinson's going to take this fight away from Taylor because my concern is Hutchinson's going to start doing stuff that's eye-catching. He's going to start showboating. He's going to do the Tyson Fury thing. For the last 30, 40 seconds, he's just moving his head here and there and doing the Tyson Fury kind of style, but not actually throwing or landing any punches. But at home, in Manchester, I think that could potentially win him the round. If they were abroad somewhere, that wouldn't work. But he's at home. Ezra Taylor looks like the gas tank is going, in my opinion. He's not showing me anything that the gas tank is going, but what I am seeing is the punches haven't got the sharpness that they had. He's being able to be wrestled backwards a little bit more by Hutchinson. For me, by round 7, it looked like Taylor's gas tank is gone. And Hutchinson still looks like he's there doing that same style. Hutchinson now is boxing off the back foot and just making Taylor chase him around the ring. So I think it gets even worse here. From this point on, I predict that Hutchinson is just about to win every round of this fight and really take it away from Ezra Taylor, which is going to be a shame. They got this sideman rapper H there. He definitely looks tired. And Die. Yeah, maybe a Die. I thought also like maybe Nicola Pepe played that kind of style. Nicola Pepe in France in his first season in the Prem definitely played that type of style of football, that flary style. Man like H, you know. I still don't see mid-table teams. I still don't see it. Mid-table teams are becoming way too competitive for European places. I think it's the opposite. Maybe you're right. Maybe. Big right hand from Willie Hutchinson. Ezra Taylor kind of buckled a little bit, but he held on, and then the ref has broken him up. But Willie Hutchinson was looking at the ref, calling for some support. I think if Ezra Taylor gets stopped here, this is very bad for his career. But he looks very tired. He almost went down from that shot from Willie Hutchinson more because of lack of balance. But he still doesn't. He still looks fairly unbalanced. It's interesting. They got Fabio Wardley on the commentary team for this fight. I wonder if there's going to be any talk between. That's another big overhand right from Hutchinson on Ezra Taylor. I know the shots. I know the shots have lost its power because early on in the fight, when when Hutchinson was landing, when Taylor was landing on Hutchinson, Hutchinson looked really bothered. Now, even when Taylor lands on him, it's just not doing anything. That power has not carried late into the fight at all. Yes, I saw speculation, but I just don't believe it. I just what is there any new update other than just the basic speculation we've had over the last 2 years? Good right hand, big overhand right from Ezra Taylor on Willie Hutchinson. I still give that a Hutchinson round. Ezra Taylor, for me, like I say, looks gassed out, drowning a little bit. Yeah, bro, they ain't getting no 60-point deduction, bro. They ain't getting no 60-point deduction, bro. 100% facts. Look at Ezra Taylor's balance; it's so bad. Not only when he's receiving punches, but even when he's throwing a punch, when he misses, he's off balance. Hutchinson is now going to win this fight with footwork. Ezra Taylor can't throw a power punch unless his feet are planted, which means he has to stop his feet and be planted in order to throw. It's very easy for Hutchinson to win rounds if we're going to fight that. It's disappointing for me from Ezra Taylor. Bro, City go back to the Championship. That's where they belong, blood. You know what I'm saying? They've been there for a good amount of their time, so. Still, most likely get a fine in the range of 25 million. Bro, that's nothing, bro. That's absolutely nothing. What time is the main event? I'm not sure. I think we got two more. Probably around 10:30, somewhere between 10:30, 11 o'clock. Somewhere around there. Coming towards the end of round 9, and again, this is exactly why I said the fight's just going to get away from him. I wonder if we're going to see any moments of him really going for it in round 10. But he's looking very, very slow. Hutchinson's looking good, but I think it's more. In fact, it's not even that Hutchinson's looking good. It's really that Taylor's looking slow. Honestly, Hutchinson's celebrating already, going back to his corner. The fight's not even finished. Yes, what are you saying? What are you saying, Nicholas? Nick, they have seemingly altered the run order. Do you know how many fights left to the main event? Somebody, we said this earlier. Apparently there's 2 left. Ezra Taylor has 2 minutes and 40 seconds to change it, to try and get a stoppage, try and put a dent in his opponent. There comes the overhand right. Oh, and really Hutchinson comes back with a great check left hook. And again, I told you the balance. Taylor stumbled backwards. Didn't look like he was going to get knocked down, but definitely stumbled backwards. Hey, Nicholas, stop trying to bless the beef in the group chat. Just let it run, man. Set a date. Let it run. This guy looks like Sonny Edwards. Slightly, but he's a hell of a lot bigger than Sonny Edwards, for sure. For boxing, we need Wardley to stop Daniel. Why? Why that? Why is that for boxing? Shane thinks it's going to happen regardless, but I can't believe they've moved the co-main this early. This is crazy. I actually can't believe it. It's a good jab from Willie Hutchinson. Hutchinson's got an ugly style of boxing. Like, I don't like it at all, but he's gonna win here regardless. Hutchinson already celebrated with his hands up. Brother, don't let man put his hands up like that. You gotta put it, that's it, it's over. Bro, how's man celebrating? How's man celebrating in your face like that with his hands up, bro? That was poor from Ezra Taylor. And that's probably the end of his the time. We're probably never going to see him again. I'm not going to lie, bro, because he'll fight, but he'll fight on some small cards. This is the last big card he'll be on. Yeah, I hear that. I was very unimpressed with Ezra Taylor. I'm not going to lie. You think the boy's going to win that? I think I said I had the boy winning as well, but if the boy wins, it's going to have to be early. The boy's going to have to win early. Here's a question. Jermaine Franklin is famous for going for 12 rounds of AJ, 12 rounds with Dillian White, before Dillian White was fucked. If, tired already, if Itauma can dispatch of Franklin easily, early, 2-3 rounds, knock him out cold, who do we see Itauma with? Because I know that Queensbury are doing their thing that they do. We're building him slowly. But the fans have got to start demanding to see more. If he's able, if he stops him late, that's fine. That's really impressive. We can discuss that. But if we were to stop this guy early, this guy who ain't been stopped and is a specialist in taking top level heavyweights, 12 rounds, and you stop him in 2, we got to see you in there with someone, brother. We've got to see you in there with someone serious. Do you know what I'm saying? The Heaney guy on after is a big ticket seller. Could be due to that. Got you. Okay. That's what they did when we went to the Copper Box with Rance, to be fair. Good question. Yeah, 100%. 100%, bro. Like, because the heavyweight division is very thin. Do you know what I'm saying? So, Itauma versus Coley. That's a step backwards, my bro. That's a step backwards. That's not a step. How's a Coley a step forwards? A Coley's not even a heavyweight. Jermaine Franklin has fought good fights against top level heavyweights. Coley, why is Coley's name even involved in this? He's never won he's never beat anyone at heavyweight. Coley's irrelevant at heavyweight. Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't even look great at cruiserweight. To be fair, he was a world champion, but he didn't even look great there. So man can't see that. That's not anything. It's got to be Hrgovic, bro. Big man thing. It's got to be Hrgovic. It's got to be Hrgovic or Zhang. One of them, man. It's got to be a name of that type of level. Like Hrgovic is like Commonwealth champion or not Commonwealth. He's like Hrgovic's got some type of title anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can't see a Coley. It's too far down the pecking order, bro. I wouldn't mind seeing Itauma fight Dave Allen either. If Dave Allen beats Hrgovic. I wouldn't mind that. Do you think Ezra can come back At 31 years old, he can come back in terms of fight again, but he's just going to stay fighting at this level. He's not moving up to any level better than this. I hear you. My problem is when Dave Allen is the B side to someone, he always wins. If Dave Allen was the A side against Hrgovic, he'd lose. But if he was the B side to Hrgovic, he'll win. He's very average. Very, very average. And Joyce is a corpse. No. I don't even know if Joe Joyce is still fighting. That's what I'm saying, bro. Hey, Ahmad, you're protecting Itauma like he's your nephew or something. Like, what are we talking about? Joe Joyce is retired, my nigga. Joyce lost to Hrgovic last year, April. And he lost to Chisora in 2024. I was there live. You know what I'm saying? And then before that, he lost back-to-back fights to Zhang. Other than beating Cash Ali is not a world-level fighter at all. Other than that, at the top level, Joyce is on a run of 4 losses. 4 straight losses. And you want him to fight Itauma. What's that going to tell us? Do you know what I'm saying? This is the problem I have with Itauma. Fighting Joyce is going backwards. Dillian White is tougher than Joyce. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if he was to go and batter Joyce and knock him out in 2 rounds, that don't tell us anything. Hutchinson is an entertaining guy. I'll give him that. I've been dying the whole build-up. Yeah, that's facts. You know what I mean? Like, you know, he tries to be like a bit of a Tyson Fury type of guy. He's made in that type of mold. What's he even saying? Hang on, let me get the remote. Bro, I got to sit on this chair, blood. Now, that's what I'm saying, but you can't fight AJ, bro. Bro, he ain't going to generate enough money to fight AJ, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? He ain't going to generate enough peace to fight AJ. My desk is too busy, blood. Let me hide that, bro. So I'm saying, but he ain't going to generate enough money to fight AJ, bro. I want to see him top level too. Yeah, but you're suggesting corpses. You're suggesting man that's already dead. Do you know what I'm saying? Joe Joyce is dead, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Sackett and Rice dropped out of England camp. Yeah, perfect, bro. Perfect. I don't want to see these man play for England, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? 2 young, successful black men like Declan and Bakayo blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, a man is serious. Why is he going to fight Caballero? Caballero is in pole position to fight for a world title. Do you know what I'm saying? Caballero should be fighting Usyk. Do you know what I'm saying? Why would Caballero not fight for a world title to fight a 21-year-old kid that hasn't fought at world level, who's very dangerous? What's the benefit of that? Do you know what I'm saying? Am I wrong for not being very impressed with Willie Hutchinson? He wasn't that dominant against the guy learning on the job. I agree. I felt that Willie Hutchinson didn't look great, and this whole fight wasn't great. It was great because they were exchanging, but realistically, the quality wasn't great. If I'm being honest, I don't want to count anyone out. I don't want to count out anyone, but ever since I saw that video of Jared Anderson crying on camera, I can't view him the same. Bro, Blade Runner, what you just described is exactly why Devin Heaney sued Ryan Garcia. A man can laugh and say whatever, but Devin Heaney used to command 15, 20, 25, 30 million a fight, whatever it was. Yeah, millions upon millions upon millions. This guy knocked him down 4 times, and even though he got up and kept fighting every time, Yeah, we see man get knocked down and never get up again. Even though he did that, and then even though they found contamination in my man's blood testing and Ryan Garcia was on drugs and all the rest of it, yeah, and he was overweight and all the rest of it, at the end of the day, the eyes of the public have seen it. So man can never take away what you've seen. The fact that you've seen him cry on camera is very relevant, bro. It's not irrelevant. This ain't football. This is boxing. Part of boxing is the mental side. I'm supposed to intimidate you before I even get in the ring. If you're not even intimidated of me, that's a big problem. Unless you're a real, a genuine animal, if you are fighting prime Mike Tyson and he's crying before your fight, you might die. Do you know what I'm saying? I would suggest not getting in a ring with a 20-year-old Mike Tyson when he's crying. Don't do that. Do you know what I'm saying? But if you're Jared Anderson, but you're not even a top level guy, whatever, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. These things do make a difference. Do you know what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not. Caballero is too dangerous for him. Bro, that doesn't make sense, bro. This guy wants to be world champion. Do you know what I'm saying? He's beaten all the bottom level guys. We need to get you in there with mid level guys now. The top level guys, this is how I see it. You might tell me if I'm wrong. Top level guys: Fury, AJ, Just, Usyk, Wardley, Dubois. They're the top level guys. Chisora, I'm actually putting in top level. Top level guys. Mid level guys, this is the run where I think he should be. If he beats Franklin comfortably, this is where he should be, in my opinion. Just ability wise, not necessarily money and all the rest of it. Wilder, mid level guy. Zhang, like just below top level guy. Wilder, Zhang, Hergovich. Who else is there? I can't even think. But those guys, bro, that's the kind of level that I want to see him fighting at, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Jared Anderson doesn't have enough power to compete at world level. I've said that since the beginning. You're not wrong, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jared Anderson, he ain't no fucking. He's not technical enough to be a technician, and he's not powerful enough to be a power puncher. So he's just kind of in the middle. Do you know what I'm saying? Caballero is dangerous too. Ruiz, oh, bruv. Yeah, mate. The thing is, Ruiz, I want someone that I know. Here's my criteria. Ruiz is 36. Here's my criteria. Andy Ruiz had a majority decision draw with Jarrell Miller. But I would rather see Parker serving a ban. He's got his drug issue. I would rather see Ruiz. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Ruiz, I'd rather see Itauma fight Jarrell Miller. Because I want to see Moses Itauma fight someone that comes to win. That's the thing. I want to see Moses Itauma come fight someone who is genuinely coming to win the fight. Someone who's actually kind of defending something. So I'm saying, like, not someone like Filip Hrgović. Filip Hrgović is not a world champion, and he's not in world title contention just yet. He might be ranked number 1 with someone, or ranked number 2 with someone. But if he fights Itauma, he's got something to lose. Ruiz is coming off a majority decision draw against Jarrell Miller. He ain't even got anything to lose. Like, what are you fighting for? It's like Arsenal and City playing like title deciding games against someone who mid-table who doesn't even need to win. Someone who's 14th. They're not going to make Europe. They're not going to get relegated. They just kind of don't care. Like, they're just whatever. That's how I feel about Ruiz. Ruiz is Crystal Palace. He just don't care. He just, like, Ruiz could easily turn up and not be on it. Like, he could easily turn up and not be on it. See, like Derek Chisora, yeah, obviously he's fighting Wilder. The reason I would have loved to see Chisora is because even though he's older, Derek never turns up and ain't on it. Ever. He never turns up and ain't on it. I don't want that. Dillian White turned up and it wasn't a good day at the office. And it was over so quick, we can't actually place where Itauma is. We don't know how good he is. Do you know what I'm saying? If Itauma goes and batters Dave Allen, we still don't really know how good he is. If Itauma goes and knocks out or batters Joe Joyce, this version of Joe Joyce, we don't really know how good he is. Who are the guys that he can come and beat? And you go, you know what? Oh, whoa. Oh, he did that to that guy. Okay, cool. That's what I want to get at the end of the fight. If he were to go and knock out Hrgovic in 2 rounds, you're like, rah. Okay, well, if Dubois were to lose to Wardley, you could go and fight Dubois. Dubois beat Hrgovic as well. And Dubois would be coming off of losses. Okay, cool. Then you beat Dubois. Then it's like, rah, okay, pro. You're really knocking on the door of world level because now you got the only people above Dubois would be Fury, maybe, but Usyk and Wardley. Then, like, what's the path to world level? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to see him beat people that don't tell me nothing. Even if he beats a Coley, yes, a Coley's big, yes, a Coley's awkward. But if he beats a Coley, what do we know about him? Has that moved him up the ranks? Is he closer to being a world champion? Because the problem I have with Queensberry fighters, yeah, is like they take these jumps. They're not. People think them. Shane thinks Queensberry move fighters the best. I'm not so sure because you look at like Anthony Yard, for example, yeah, bro. My eyes are hurting. You look at Anthony Yard, for example. Anthony Yard was fighting low level, and then randomly world level. Kovalev loses to Kovalev, fights low level, and then randomly Beterbiev out of nowhere. I don't want to see. Do you know what I'm saying? Because remember, Usyk is only to eat Usyk or Wardley or whoever. These men are only 2 or 3 fights away from fighting an Itauma. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to see Usyk's not going to fight Itauma, period. So let's pretend Usyk don't exist. I don't want to see Wardley fight Dubois, beat him, then fight Fury, beat him, and then fight Itauma. And on the same time, I don't want to see Itauma beat Franklin, then Itauma beat a washed up Ruiz, and then randomly jump to Wardley. That's not good prep. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good prep. Do you know what I mean? Queensbury rushes their fighters. I disagree. I think Queensbury take too long. I think Queensbury. You look at Sam Noakes. Sam Noakes was not seen in world title contention at all, but he fought Abdullah Mason for a vacant belt. Gave a really good account of himself, and possibly even fight of the year contender for last year. Now he's fighting at a super low level. He's fighting like British level again. Sam Noakes should not be dropping all the way down to this level. Do you know what I'm saying? He lost to the youngest champion in the world, Sam. And who's his next fight going to be? Sam Noakes fought in Saudi Arabia, and his next fight is in June in in York Hall. He's going all the way down to York Hall to fight. Do you know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, the next guy, what are they at? 135? The next guy that Abdullah Mason fights is going to be a top level 135. I guarantee you. Let me look at the rankings for 135, yeah. Noakes isn't even ranked in the top 15. If I'm Queensbury, I'm trying to shit. He's ranked number 4. Boom. Okay, cool. If I'm Queensbury, I'm trying to get him a fight against anyone that people have heard of. Do you know what I'm saying? Zepeda gave Shakur a really tough fight, but Shakur beat him. You should be getting in there with Zepeda. Floyd Schofield down at number 9 was going to fight Shakur. You should be getting in there with Floyd Schofield. You should be pushing to be on these cards, not going and fighting a British level fighter at fucking York Hall. Why? Why? Do you know what I'm saying? Dubois and Yard didn't get ruined too early. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't say Dubois was too early. Dubois was world champion, so it can't be too early. You can't be a world champion and be too early. Yard wasn't too early. Yard was too slow. Yard was moved way too slow, and it's not the world title fights; it's the fights he had in between the world title fights. Do you know what I'm saying? Yard never fought, some of these middle level guys, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? He just jumped straight up. They go into fights knowing they'll win to fight and to survive. Exactly, bro. Man, man are going. That's the best way to put it, bro. You've gone from a 1-12 odds fight to a 12-1 odds fight like that just overnight, bro. That's dead, bro. Who wants that? That's dead. Top Rank moves their fighters correctly, but they don't have cash in the right time. That's Top Rank move their fighters well, but Top Rank have to do deals with everybody else because until recently, Top Rank didn't even have a promoter. So, you know what I'm saying? Caballero would be the best test for Itauma, but I doubt it happens. Probably too risky, and Frank loves to move mad slow. The thing is, it makes sense because when this crop of heavyweights is gone, Itauma can step in and be the guy for a long time. But the reality is, you know what I mean, right now it's just going to be shit. Who performed well in his last fight, even though he lost? Oh, Sam. Yeah. If we're talking about Sam Noakes, yeah. To me, Sam shouldn't be going and fighting at York Hall again. No way. So what am I saying? Heaney's the guy, yeah? What is this? Heaney versus Warburton, yeah? So what, a man saying that Heaney's known, he's got bare fans. What's the story here? Because I'll be honest. I don't know these, man. Local lad and that. Oh, he's just got bare fans. But why has he got so many fans? If he's not good, like who is he? Like, what's the story behind having so many fans, bro? Or it's just he's just a random don. Oh yeah, they're shouting he's one of our own. Okay, cool. Why are you saying the fall off of the middleweight division? What's wrong with the middleweight division? There's good fights at middleweight. There's lots of good fights at middleweight. I think. I guess talent wise, it's not the best, but yeah, good bro. Middleweight shouldn't have been in the squad in the first place, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? So he's already past Tyson's age. Who's already past Tyson's age? Hey, Angry Sports Fan, you're actually a G. Shout out to Angry Sports Fan. I was going to talk about this, but I was going to talk about this, bro. Adam Catterall is a big, massive, ginormous bitch. Like, what's wrong with this guy? Why is he this way, bro? Why is he this way? I can't stand these. You know what? Angry sports fan. If you're still here when Shane's here, let's talk about it when Shane's here because Shane has a degree in journalism, and Shane was a boxing journalist traveling around the world for years. So let's talk about that when he gets here. Ahmad, who were you talking about when you said he's past Tyson's age, by the way? I got a question for you. Who should Hamza fight next? That's a great question. That's a great question. If Adamas is moving up, surely Adamas. Do you know what I'm saying? If Adamas is moving up, surely Adamas. Yeah, bro, Ahmad, we spoke about this on the show. Come on, bro. You watched the podcast as well because you commented on it. We spoke about it on the show. These man had no intention of beating Mike Tyson's record. Yes, he's already older than Mike Tyson, so the record is gone. But they had no intention of doing that, bro. They spoke about it to try to sell him as a brand, but they had no intention of doing that at all. Have we spoken about Adama's moving up to 68? If not, what do you make of it? I think it could potentially be a mistake, but why not, bro? Do you know what I'm saying? Why not? There's unifications at 160 for him. He's moved up to 168 before. He beat Hamza Shiraz in my eyes and in the eyes of everybody else at 168. And right now, Hamza Shiraz is one of the guys at 168. Do you know what I'm saying? I personally would have looked to unify at 160 first because 160 has some very winnable unifications. Do you know what I'm saying? I just feel like when you move up to go and fight at 168, had you fought, I guess, is Janabek the one that's been done? Had you fought Lara, do you know what I'm saying? Beat Lara, which is an extremely winnable fight, then you move up and rematch. I just think it could be bigger. But maybe he's just looking for the rematch, blood. Maybe he's just looking for the rematch. Do you know what I mean? Or him and Shiraz can fight for a vacant. There are two vacant belts at 168. And Hamza Shiraz is ranked high enough, Jerry, he can go and fight for a vacant belt and then look to make some unifications there because him versus Chris and Bealey, that's a fight I want to see. You know what I'm saying? Him versus Chris and Bealey, that is definitely a fight I want to see. Yeah, Janabek's got a ban. It's odd because in my opinion, not particularly big 160 pounder. Do you know what it is though? He fought Hamza Shiraz and already at 168. So he probably feels confident going up there. Kristen Bealey in a big 168. Jaime McGee is still at 168. Kristen Bealey, Jamal Charlo, 168. Caleb Plant is at 168. Diego Pacheco is still at 168. Troy Williamson is at 168. There's fights there. There's still fights there. Do you know what I'm saying? Edgar Berlanga and Jaime McGee are still both there. There's fights at 168, bro. He's just looking at it and saying, right, where can I make my money? Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, I don't put it past Canelo, yeah, to not win that fight. Am I mad? Am I going mad? I'm not putting it past Canelo to just fuck up the program and win that fight, especially if it's in Saudi. Just for the fucking up the program purposes, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh shit! I messaged Ricky saying I'm jumping on FIFA 2 hours ago. I said I'm just at the shop, and then yeah, fucking I totally forgot. Alright, cool. We're gonna get into this fight. This Heaney versus Warburton, or is it Warburton versus Heaney? I don't even know. But let's get into this. How many rounds is this going to be now? This has got to be a 10 rounder or something. So this is for the WBA Continental, vacant WBA Continental. And this is 160, right? So you man are saying to me the white guy is the guy that's like the local guy that everyone loves, yeah? He looks slow. Is it the white guy that's the fan favorite, bro? Is this what you're telling me? Is that him? Or are you man trolling? Nah, bro. He's got that old British Popeye style. Come at me, why I oh he's got that old Popeye why I oughta style, blood. Nah, bruv. Man's doing this, bro. Man's doing these ones, blood. Man's doing these ones. Are we serious, bro? This Heaney guy looks nervous, though. That light skin brother looks nervous. That light skin brother looks like a lesbian from fucking Orange is the New Black or something. Yo, this bro, what am I watching, bro? Nah, this fight looks poor, bro. These men are both so slow. Brother, what am I watching? You see this light skin you, yeah, he don't like getting hit, bro. He don't like getting hit. Look, he don't like getting hit. He didn't have a dad in the house. He can't hold no licks. This is just mad, bro. Two Englishmen of a high guard just walking each other down. Well, I say walking each other down. Heaney's just circling the outside. He didn't even want to engage. Bro, the length of his socks, blood. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I told you, it's Popeye, blood. You know what I mean? He looks like he just come off a shift in the factory, bro. You know what I'm saying? He looks like a 1930s police officer in London. He looks like he's about to go and look for Jack the Ripper down the East End and that, bro. I swear to God, look at him, bro. Man just looks like he's got a lisp. I've never seen anyone that looks like they got a lisp before. He's got quite a big following from Stoke. Yeah, it ain't nothing to follow in Stoke, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? It's between him and the football club. They might as well follow him. Frampton is waffling. What's Frampton saying? Heaney is the white guy. Okay, Warburton did not grow. Oh, Warburton's the light skin brother. All right, cool. Orange is the New Black is nasty work, bro. He does though, bro. He does, bro. Do you know what I mean? He does, man. He looks like a stud. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? He looks like one of them stud lesbians, bro. Oh, bro. I swear to God, bro. What happened to boxers, man? What happened to boxing, man? What happened to boxing, big man thing? Yes, Mac. What are you saying, Mac? Volume 2. All right, cool. Warburton now. You see Warburton, bro. Bro, Warburton don't like getting hit, bro. I know he's 30. Maybe I don't know how many fights he's had, yeah. But bro, you can't. You can't. This is professionals. I don't know how good he was in the amateurs. The bell goes. I'm just talking to you from a fighter's perspective. I used to fight, as you don't know. The bell goes, and the first thing you do is step backwards. The first thing Warburton does when the bell goes is step backwards. I'm knocking you out. You're giving me confidence. You're giving me confidence. And Warburton is very bad at telegraphing. If the punch hurts, he looks like he hurts. So you're giving this Heaney guy loads of confidence to be aggressive. Because if your punches can't hurt, I should hold my feet. Good body shot from Heaney. He's going for that body shot time and time again. This is not bad from Heaney. It's very basic, but he's doing the basics right, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's very simple. I'm going to hit you with a stiff 1-2. If you try to climb up, I'm going to the body. You try to cover the body, I'm going for a straight 1-2. Very, very simple. Mac, I said this, bro. He looks like a police officer from the 1700s, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Big man thing. He looks like he was flying fighter jets in World War II, bro. Honestly. He looks like his voice, like old school radio hosts. And now here's Cassius Clay with the left. And then the right. That's how he looks like he talks, blood. So I say it looks like in the SAS, bro. 100%, bro. Warburton looks like a BC Tech Leroy Sane. Bro, he looks like a lesbian, blood. Good body shot from Heaney. He loves that shot to the body. Man, is there any way, this fight's kind of dead still. Is there any way that Franklin wins this fight? Is there any way Franklin wins, or are we all just like the Itoma's going to brush him and that's just that? Let's just go. Is that what it is? Pause, yeah. But Jermaine Franklin looks so much better without them flipping horrible braids and dreads on his head, bro. You know what I'm saying? By luck, nah, bro. Bro, this ain't Dungeons and Dragons, blood. Man don't want it to be trying to roll the dice and hit a double six and call the luck charm and that, blood. You know what I'm saying? If you're going into a ring hoping for luck, then you've lost. The fight's over, you've lost. Alright, say no more. Man them just think, do you know what I'm saying? Franklin's lost. Okay. Fuck it. Fuck it then. Oh, I'm tired, man. I'm tired, bruv. But between this fight and the next fight, I'm napping, blood. And if Shane's not here, then he's waiting outside or he's talking to the concierge downstairs, blood, till I wake up because man is tired, bro. I should have gone to sleep as soon as I got home, blood. Help Faith Evans and that, bro. I'm telling you. Soon as I get home, man is tired, blood. Warburton's won no rounds so far, according to Fabio Wardley, which is probably fair. Walking around Stoke with that moustache must be mad, bro. All jokes aside. This is super facts. If Franklin were to win, Warren will have an epileptic seizure. 100%. 100%. We do though. We do know how he'll perform for a 12-round fight. Man, forget, bro. Do you know what it is? Yeah, Ahmad, I'm not disrespecting you when I say this, yeah, but like the media has twanged man into thinking that that Itauma is some fucking unstoppable wrecking ball, bro. I'm sure Itoma's been 12 rounds like twice in his career already when fighting quite low level opposition. So, do you know what I'm saying? That's the question. Like, man said he looks like a German, bro. Facts. 20th century West End mill owner, bro. 100%, bro. Man straight out of Downton Abbey in that, bro. Big left hand from Heaney, to be fair. Where's this Warburton guy from? Because wherever he's from, they teach no defense. Adam Smith just said, I'm enjoying this, which can only mean one thing. He is, in fact, not enjoying this. Bro. Spikes put me to sleep. Oh, he's Welsh. You want a non-London light-skinned man, bro. That man there, bro. Know that man. Mixed race from Wales. Yeah, they don't teach no defense in Wales. It's a good two-piece, though. Is he Orthodox or... Okay, yeah, he is. Because I was going to say, he just threw a 1-2 backwards, but he's fighting Orthodox. Okay. Was he fighting Orthodox this whole time? I feel like he wasn't. Hmm. Oh, bro, you man are putting me to sleep, bro. Good right hand. This Warburton is starting to get broken down a little bit, you know. He's starting to get broken down a bit, I'm not gonna lie. Man, so I'm starting to understand it now, bro. 100%, bro. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? Where he lives, yeah, that he like whenever he goes to London to visit, his mum's just asking to bring back bare pimento seeds because they can't get none where they live, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, like that. Like I feel like I can already tell you what this guy's girl looks like, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? No, but bro, it's this, bro. Bro, they just yeah, bro. I can't even say what I want to say. I can't even say what I want to say. Do you know what I'm saying? The little hat people will get me. You already know what it is, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Them man are diluted, blood. Man, I'm looking like milky tea and that, blood. This man are ridiculous, bro. I can't intimidate no one. But hasn't he gone to decision? He might not have gone 12 rounds because he's not his fights aren't 12-round fights, but he's gone to decision before, innit? Like he's not knocked out. He's not got a 100% knockout record. That is what I'm trying to say. He ain't knocked everyone out or stopped everyone. There's two fights that have gone to decision. He won on points. Yeah, he won 2 points, 2 6-rounders. He won on points. Their man are just different, innit? Someone in the crowd has got their flash on, like the flash is going to help you from 100 meters away. It's a good left hand. You see this Heaney guy, yeah? Big man thing. I think sparring him would be a nightmare, bruv. He doesn't look good, but sparring him would be a nightmare, bruv. He's just built solid. And he does some of the basics really well. You know what I'm trying to say? He don't do the basics well, but I like his combinations. I like the way he punches. That 1-2 body, I like it a lot. When he throws the 1-2 body, at least one of them lands. Every time, at least one of them lands. At least one. Do you know what I'm saying? Has to travel out of town to get a trim in that, bro. Bro, that's why he's got his hair braided, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? His girlfriend's probably called Charlotte, and she's probably watching on YouTube, watching a YouTube tutorial or a TikTok to braid his hair, blood. It's a big right hand for Warburton, to be fair. It's a good body shot again. Heaney's good at switching the levels up. Bro, can you imagine if Shane was here? Ah, oh, bruv. The amount that this guy would be cussing if he was here is not even worth it, bruv. Exactly. You know them youths you see in the buggy, bro, the Jadens and Cadens in the double buggy, blood, and you see them, yeah, and you just look at them and kind of just slide, feel sad. That's what it is, bro. Hey Nick, be careful. The coin clippers will come for you. Yeah, bro. You know certain man, bro. You already know what it is. They're interviewing Daniel Dubois. I don't know why I don't know who let this brother out the madhouse to get interviewed, but yeah, bro. Yeah. Travel for trim is treacherous, bro. If yo man, some man live in ends where there's no barbers, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Some man live in ends where there's no barbers, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I think that's what they should have done as well, bro. But they're trying to establish Itauma as like a headline star, bro. Itauma's not that, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Just recently, Itauma started talking about how they fled Slovakia because of racism, and I was like, bro, I just did a show. But me on the show, I was just saying, like, what's Itauma's story? Like, man, don't know nothing about this guy. Like, okay, you're light skinned and you can throw punches, but man, don't know nothing about you. Do you know what I'm saying? And now I'm seeing like, yeah, I left Slovakia because of racism. It's all too convenient, bro. See what I'm saying? You don't get DDD vibes from Atoma. Nah, I don't. Atoma makes me feel like he might already have some early CTE. I feel like his career is going to be quite short. I feel like there's a world where Atoma loses and never comes back. Do you know what I'm saying? Honestly, I honestly feel like if Atoma loses, not just tonight, just in general, I feel like if he loses, he'll never come back, bro. Big man too. Then he definitely doesn't know how to spud, man. He'll just punch you. I lie, bro. Man like Lenny from Of Mice and Men and that, blood. Telling George, tell me about the rabbits and that. That's Daniel Dubois, bro. Oh, Heaney's holding some licks now from Warburton. His nose is bust as well. Warburton won the last round. Adam Smith said all these fights are well matched. Yeah, that's a polite way to say it's dead. The thing is with Atoma, yeah, he's not somebody that should be headlining the card because although they're trying to build him up to be a star, yeah, you're not actually a star. You haven't done enough to be a star. Do you know what I'm saying? When they did this with AJ, he'd won the gold medal at the Olympics. He'd boxed around different places. Where is the boy? Chaperone. Chaperone, bro. This brother needs a nurse with him at all times, blood. Hey, I would have loved to see Daniel Dubois fight Miller, man. Like, I'd actually watch them rematch, bro. Honestly, them two together, bro. They should be in a buddy cop drama. Them two, blood. What? Daniel's got a child, bruv. Bro, man need licenses for to have children, bro. Because man can't have man just. Do you know what I mean? Daniel Dubois he might not even be able to consent, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? He actually might not even be able to give a consent, bro. Big man thing. How old is this child, blood? Imagine Dubois was your dad, blood. You know what I'm saying? Is that rude? I'm not getting mad, bro. Bro, he might not be able to, bro. Bro, could we investigate the girl? Do you know what I'm saying? Some Brazilian girl. Nah, bro. Bro. Nah. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, we're in round 6 of this fight because boy, I don't. Yeah, he definitely could. He definitely didn't consent to that, bro. That might have been artificial, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? But Daniel's the kind of man, yeah. Daniel's the kind of man that the gal will tell him to beat his meat in a condom, and then she'll just do the insemination herself, blood, of a turkey based. Do you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't even remember. In his mind, they probably like made love and that. She needs a visa, 100%, bro. Yeah, facts. When he met her, bro, she probably had no shoes with a solid base, blood. You know, like that, bro. Just one amount of flip flops, bro. She had work visa. What work is she doing, bro? What work is she doing, bro? Her only work is fucking keeping Daniel off of her, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said work visa, blood. Yeah, right, bro. Work where? Probably advertising on Viva Street, blood. Daniel probably got her first hardwood sole shoes, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? That Heaney went down, but they're counting it as a slip. See in boxing, they do like VADA checks and stuff, yeah, for like drugs and that, yeah. If they did like a mental well-being test, yeah, there's bare man that wouldn't be boxing, you know. Big man thing. If they did a mental well-being test, there's bare man that wouldn't be boxing. Daniel would definitely be gone. Some IVF baby that was definitely part of a passport too. 100%. I want to see that knockdown again. I think that the zone are not going to show us, but they call the Zion. What are you saying? Because Daniel's got an ism. That's to give their youth an ism as well, but oh my goodness. Oh my days, bro. Oh my. I wonder if the girl's normal or like him. I wonder if the youth's normal or like him. I wonder if the youth's his. Bro, I'm just wondering bare stuff, bro. I can't believe this, blood. When Shane I'm tempted to message him. If Shane weren't coming over tonight, I'd message him. Bro, like the video, subscribe by the way, man. Then appreciate you, man, being here. We're in round 7 of this fight, and then I think, man, am I bugging, or is Atoman next, or is there one more? Well, it's a good uppercut from Warburton, to be fair. Hey, the difference with the daughter, though, yeah. The difference with the daughter, oh, say for that, Brycey. The difference with the daughter, Caroline, yeah, is she has banter. Like it's cringe, but she's got it. Did any of you man see the face off between Caroline Dubois and Terry Harper? If you haven't, that's fine because it's a gal fight. I know man don't want to watch that. But Caroline Dubois was chatting smack to Terry Harper, yeah. And Terry Harper was trying to laugh it off because like Dubois, everyone knows the bars are a bit slow and just a bit whatever, yeah. But Terry was fuming. Like Caroline rattled her, bro. She was vexed. She was proper vexed. Like I can tell Caroline's job, she actually did that. She did it perfectly, bro. What she was trying to achieve was achieved. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, Itauma next. We're nearly there, man. Them. This fight's heating up a little bit though. Heaney just constantly coming forward, doing the Englishman thing. Warburton trying to pick his punches and pick his moments. I still think Heaney's not. Heaney is strong, but he's not so strong that Warburton has to give him up some ground. Do you know what I'm saying? But now, body language wise, Warburton is starting to come forwards a little bit. And now the exchange, Heaney's got a chill on him though. Maybe Warburton can't crack, but he's caught Heaney with a lot of shots there. I was gonna jump on the PlayStation, but that's not happening, bro. After this, I'm going to bed, bro. If I'm napping until Shane gets in. Yeah, like 2 in the morning, I'm going live for Sebastian Fondora is fighting Keith Thurman, and that fight is going to be very entertaining. I thought Frank Sanchez was on that card as well, but he's actually not. So the card is not great, but it is what it is, bro. Man's trying to build the platform in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Is it possible to become undisputed at Bridgerweight? No, it's not. Bridgerweight isn't a weight class. I don't think. I think Bridgerweight is just the weight of the. Oh, actually, I'm thinking of catchweight. Um, nah, I don't think so. And it's only WBC anyway. Yeah, it's only WBC. Yeah, yeah, that card's dead, bro. The Vegas card being dead is outrageous. Outrageous. Like, what's happened to Vegas? Me and Shem have to chat about that. Vegas, maybe it's nostalgia, but I used to remember Vegas being like for big fights. Do you know what I'm saying? Or big cards. That fight and that card is not Vegas, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Because everyone in the world that's big boxing fans has to stay up for Vegas. Even if you're in New York, Vegas is a few hours behind. Vegas for that card, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'll be real. He needs just getting hit with a lot of punches, but he's doing the Englishman thing. When you're in this position, he's just gonna throw punches, bro. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a boxing ring, every problem you have can be solved with throwing a punch. So your default setting should be to throw punches. He needs moving kind of slow right now. Heaney's been gassed for a while, bro. Heaney's been gassed for a while. He's doing well to just stay in there. While I got you, man, here, tell you as well about the other lives. Oh, about this tired, blood. Obviously, we've got Fundora tonight. Next Saturday, we've got Wilder versus Chisora. That's gonna be a big one, bro. We're about to see Chisora's career finished. The end of Wilder's career finished. We're never going to see Wilder again. Never going to hear about him again. It's going to be done. It's going to be done. It's going to be done. It's going to be new safety precautions put into boxing. It's going to be crazy. The following day, on the 5th, I'm going live for Dubois versus Harper. The face-off actually sold it to me. I'm not going to lie. Caroline Dubois, you did your job. You sold it to me. I wasn't going to go live. I'm going live. The following Saturday, Fury makes his comeback against Makhmudov. Unfortunately, we have to acknowledge Fury. It is what it is. And then on 18th of April, what a fight. For me, one of the fights of the year. Callum Smith is fighting David Morrell. All through April is going to be mad. Then the first week of May, we have Inoue and Zerdo and Benavides on the same night. And then on the second weekend of May, we've got Wardley versus Dubois. So all through April and May, it's mad. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're here. Why is Moses only 10 rounds if the point is for him to do rounds? Bro, he's fought 6 rounders before. So this would still be him doing rounds. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's got to make up for lost time. But he's never fought a 12 rounder. Do you know what I'm saying? So before they move him to 12 rounds, they need to know he can do 10. He's never even fought a 12 round fight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, not just that he's stopped people, the 10 rounders he's had, stopped in two, stopped in two, stopped in one, stopped in two, stopped in one. So, do you know what I mean? Which is cool, but we need to see you moving. So for me, that's how I'm looking at things. Like, what is the next fight? Can't look past your opponent and all that. I get that. But if you do get past this guy, especially if you stop him, because AJ couldn't stop him, White couldn't stop him. Granted, not a prime AJ, not a prime White. But we know that Franklin can win rounds. And if you can stop this guy early when he's supposed to be good at winning rounds, for me, we just got to start seeing Hergoviches and people like this. We've got to start moving up. Do you know what I'm saying? But any of the names you guys threw out would be better. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not really keen on Nicoli, but that would be better. I'm not keen on Ruiz, but that would be better. Queensbury have quite a limited budget, so you've got to think about who they can actually afford. They, in an ideal world, cannot or would not afford to be flying people over from America. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to cost them too much money. Someone in Europe like a Hergovich would make a lot more sense, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? Vidal versus CBS. I can't lie. Vidal is becoming a world champion. Is that announced? Is that actually announced? Is that for a vacant belt though? What belt is that for? Good overhand left from Warburton. Big facts. I agree with that. I agree with that entirely. One of them two. For the IBF, bro, what? What happened to my man? Oh, because Jai got stripped. Nah, so that's done. I thought that like I thought that they were sorting it out. I thought that they were kind of trying to figure it out or something. Jai fully got stripped because people kept telling me, "Nah, he's not stripped." Like, da 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 da. Nah, this nigga's fully stripped, bro. Nah, it ain't Jai. That's what I was thinking. Isn't Jai suing the IBF? So it's not done yet. Who do you think is gonna win that fight? Oh, first 8 rounds, Morel. If it goes late, it's Smith. If it goes late, it's Smith. Vidal's fight on the April the 4th is the IBF Eliminator. All right, cool. Shane is in the chat telling everyone to hit the like button and subscribe, even though he's currently out at a rave. Do you know what I'm saying? Currently chatting to a single mum, looking at her cleavage and trying to ignore her stretch marks. Shane, do you know what I'm saying? Like we know what you're doing, blood. Hey Shane, roughly what time are you reaching? Because after this, I might nap. So what time are you what time are you trying to reach? I know you're not at a rave. but I'm dropping banter to make the show entertaining. So I actually don't care. What time are you reaching roughly? Because I don't want to nap and leave you outside. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I know growing up, you weren't really an outside kind of kid. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're getting here 10:30. Okay, so you're on your way then. You must be on your way then. All right, cool. Last round, and then we're gonna get to the main event. Shane might even be here for the main event, bro. If you get here for 10:30, you're gonna be here for the main event. I tell you what, Wardley currently has Warburton up on the cards. The fan zone have Warburton up on the cards 10-0, 9-0, and we're in the championship round. So with Zerdo versus Benavides, has the easiest path to undisputed, or winner of, sorry, has the easiest path to undisputed. Cruiserweight is cooked. The only issue is the size, though. They're both technically better and more experienced than, say, um, Vidal. Chris Billum Smith is more experienced at cruiserweight, but they're not natural cruiserweights, either of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Chris Billum Smith is a natural cruiserweight, although he's not very good. Vidal is a natural cruiserweight, although he is quite inexperienced. So it is a path, but I wouldn't say it's the easiest path. Do you know what I'm saying? Where is Brian Norman Jr.'s twin? He's on his way. He just typed this in the chat. Angry sports fan. He's actually typed this in the chat. So the question you asked earlier that I said was a good question. I can't. Well, yeah, bro. Okay. What's it called? Remember the question you asked earlier? I can't remember what it was. We asked the question. I said that's a good question. Save that for when Shane comes. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hope I hope Jai loses to the IBF. That'll be dope. I hope Jai loses, bro, because he's an idiot, and whoever manages him is dumb and has fumbled his career and tens of millions of pounds. So that person is just a walking L blood. Alan Swift just said Team Warburton, the rookie. What do you mean rookie, blood? He's 30, bro. Yeah, but what it is, yeah, bro, is how long are they gonna take before they do the ring walks? Heaney knows he lost that, but he's throwing his hand up like he don't know he lost that, bro. He knows he lost it, bro. There were moments in that fight. There was a couple good moments, but hey, Warburton's team, yeah, his coach has put him on his shoulders and he's celebrating with him in that blood, brother. Uh, Anyhow, you don't get this decision. You got to bake off on that, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Pause on having a next man's penis on the back of your head in the first place. But even still, you man, anyhow you don't get that decision, it's mad, bro. Anyhow you don't get that decision, it's mad. Just waiting for a decision in this fight, and then we can forget this ever happened, blood. Yeah, Warburton got it. Warburton got it. You know he's Welsh, yeah? His name's Jerome, spelled with a G. There's his girl. I told you, man, I knew exactly what his girl was going to look like. His girl looks exactly like we knew she would. Say no more. I was listening to his post fight, bruv. Yeah, bruv. Yeah, does your bills and life affect how you are in journalism? What are you trying to insinuate, fam? Do you know what's worse than that, bro? Do you know what's worse than what the terrible interview? Yeah, what's worse than the interview is coming out and apologizing after. That's even worse, bro. I think that's even worse. Even worse, bro. Like, bro, is this what we're doing now? Journalists are just not asking the questions that need to be asked and then coming out afterwards and issuing statements. Statements? Bro, what are we doing? I can't believe it, bro. I actually can't believe it. This brother is doing the longest, bro. All that happened, yeah. All that happened, yeah. Shebs, Itoma's coming next. We're just waiting for the ring walk and stuff. Just listen to Nathan Heaney's fight, thing. Yeah, that's his youth, blood. Which one are you talking about? The light skinned brother. The boy is the light skinned brother's youth, and obviously the little girl is my man's youth. Fair enough. But yeah, in the interview, yeah, Mally, all that happened was like he did an interview with Connor, and obviously, if man do an exclusive interview with Connor, there's certain questions that everyone's gonna want to know. And he just gave him really softball questions. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I talked to him a little bit about moving to Zaffa, fine, but didn't ask him about the relationship with Eddie Hearn. Didn't ask him about not calling Eddie. Didn't ask him about the drugs. Obviously, that was the big thing that everyone was kind of complaining about. This was meant to be like Conor Benn's tell-all, you know, the exclusive interview that's the tell-all, that's going to be the crazy one. Never even asked him about like the drugs. Do you know what I mean? Never asked about like nothing, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Fighting and losing in front of your kids is always a madness, though. Fuck that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about my kids coming to see me fight, but I think it's good though. Like they got to learn. Do you know what I'm saying? Like your kids have got to learn. Boxing's good to learn, kind of in life, how to lose. Do you know what I'm saying? Because in boxing, at some point you're gonna lose. So it's good to learn how to lose and how to take losses and how to bounce back. It's really good for all of those types of things that you can then carry with you into your life generally. Do you know what I'm saying? This is why we need Simon Jordan to do these interviews. Nick will fight in front of anyone. It ain't safe from the block, not even for the cops. Don't try to discuss questions before the interview. Don't they discuss questions before the interview sometimes? Yeah, but Joe, it is, yeah. In boxing, it's different, isn't it? Like because in boxing, you're right. If you're doing a political interview or a celebrity interview, you're interviewing Britney Spears or something, they might say, yeah, listen, for the sake of our PR, let's not talk about the drugs or whatever. But in boxing, man know what you want to talk about. And in boxing as well, people rely on like intimidation. So if you're interviewing Derek Chisora and he's got like an R allegation, he might not tell you verbally, don't bring up these charges, but you're gonna be a bit mad to stand in front of him and bring that up. Do you know what I'm saying? Or he'll walk in. If he walks in and don't say to you, but just says generally, whoever brings this up next, I'm fucking having them. What are you gonna do? You gonna bring it up because you know he's gonna kick off. You know he's gonna kick off. Do you know what I'm saying? So what do you do? Do you know what I'm saying in that situation? So it can be a difficult job, but like I say, Shane used to work for Seconds Out. He used to work for a bunch of other. I shouldn't have said the name because Shane don't like saying the names of people he's worked with, but he's worked with a bunch of big boxing publications, and he'll have a really interesting take on this. I like to hear his take on this as well. Ben seems like the type to not take an interview about prior discussion 100%. He said he doesn't owe Eddie anything. He's just a twat, and Eddie sacrificed his integrity to defend the drug cheat. Yeah, low key, I'll bring it up, but I need better security around me. Well, this is it, bro. Do you know what I mean, bro? At the end of the day, you're interviewing fighters, isn't it? Your security are not fighters, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you're around certain man, your security could potentially get pieced up, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're with like Dillian. Dillian might have all his guys. So now what, bro? Now it's just a melee, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's a bit peak. But yeah, the interview was just poor. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I say, bro, there's certain things you're supposed to touch on and pause, and man just didn't touch on anything important. So the whole thing was just kind of futile. But then when he was on with Simon Jordan and Jim on the show, and he just did a full apology. Like, he's like, listen, lads, I've let myself down there. And but it's like, bro, Adam Carroll, man, don't care about you. Like, you're just chatting for no reason. Like, no one cares about you, bro. Like, you're not a fighter. Like, who cares, bro? Who cares? Like, you're making it a bigger deal than it even needs to be. I didn't see anyone in the comments complaining about the interview. It's just that Simon and that brought it up. So then Adam started going off. I was like, bro, this is just. I don't even know what I'm looking at, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This table talk was so dead. What's table talk? I don't even know what that means. What is that? Am I bugging? Ricky's right. I'll fight in front of anyone, blood. I like respecting boxing though. I do like respecting boxing. I'm just quite a disrespectful person. So if man are fighting me, expect to be disrespected, man. And if you get rattled, then I win, blood. But I'm disrespectful in general, bro. When I'm playing football, I'm disrespectful. Ask Ricky about that if he's still in the chat. You know what I'm saying? When I'm playing football, I'm disrespectful. When I'm boxing, I'm disrespectful. Everything's just disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Just deal with it or don't, bro. This is what it is. The way that I am on stream, Ricky will tell you I'm exactly like Shane as well. Ricky will tell you I'm exactly like that in real life, bro. So it is what it is. Oh yeah, Dalton Smith is fighting Puello. That's going to be a great fight. And Dave Allen versus Hergovich. I got to put that in the calendar as well. Got to see the undercard for that. Ricky said Nick is just just disrespect. Ask any of his friends, bro. I'm a nice person, innit? But if man disrespect me, it's long. If man disrespect me, the level of disrespect that you'll get back is just extra long, bro. Because man's always going to take it to just a super ridiculous disrespect level place, bro, where man don't want to go. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, in the pro ranks, I would say that's true. In the pro ranks, particularly, yeah. I think that the difficulty that you have in the pro, I think people are more triggered in the pros than in the amateurs. Amateur boxers, I think, are quite normal. Jermaine Franklin is doing this ring walk finally. I say finally, that wait wasn't too long. That was cool. Um, I'll answer this question. The amateur guys are quite normal and quite chill. The the professional guys um, get triggered quite easily, and I understand why, especially since MMA. MMA's changed things with regards to boxing because before I've got a little gap in my beard, blood. Um, before when like Mike Tyson was fighting, let's say, yeah, when Mike Tyson was fighting, he was known as the baddest man on the planet. Do you know what I'm saying? There was a time where, and Mike Tyson was fighting before a man knew about MMA, innit? So it's like Mike, the assumption is Mike is knocking out everyone on the planet. There isn't a human being, male, alive, man, woman, or child, that can chat to you because you can knock out everybody on the planet. MMA's changed that because now man will say, well, John Jones will knock out AJ. So as much as you're the best boxer, now you're just the best boxer. You are not actually the baddest man on the planet. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one thing. But the second thing is I think a lot of people don't understand boxing. And so people that are like Devin Haney, Shakur, Boots, these men will get regularly disrespected because man don't know boxing. People watch Mike Tyson highlights and think they know boxing. They think boxing is you stand there, I stand here, we do this, and we swing at each other as hard as we can, and one of us knocks each other out. That's not boxing. And because of that, I think that they do get very triggered when people don't understand their accomplishments. And I understand why. Devin Haney still gets battered online because his opponent took drugs and knocked him down. Even though Devin gave a very good account of himself. You were overweight and on drugs, and you knocked me down 4 times, and I got up every time and kept fighting. So I think that yeah, my experience is that they are very, very triggered. Do you know what I'm saying? And unlike football, footballers are very, very, very well compensated. So if me and you sit here and like, bro, Saka's fucking shit. Saka is shit, brother. He's crap. Who cares? He's crap. Even if he dubs us up in the park, it don't matter. Saka makes 300 grand a week. He don't care what we say. Being a boxer, if we sit here and say Saka is shit, that has no bearing on Saka's life or earning or anything. If we sit here and say Itoma's shit, he's shit. Do you know what I mean? He's overhyped, he's crap, whatever. If we say that and it spreads like wildfire, we can affect his earnings, bro. We can actually sit here now and affect this guy's money, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So of course he's gonna be more sensitive about what he's hearing and about what people say about him and all these kind of things. Do you know what I'm saying? Because man just don't respect your achievements, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So I think that's why. Do you know what I'm saying? And I contribute to that. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't like Amir Khan. Don't like him. Have never liked him. Don't really rate him as a boxer. I know AT is not gonna like that. Do you know what I'm saying? But didn't really. I thought he was overhyped as a boxer. My boy was always Kell Brook. Always preferred Kell. Kell eventually beat him, but they were old. But Amir Khan's an Olympian and like multiple world champion and like. Do you know what I'm saying? Amir Khan overall is cold. Like he's actually cold. Like what he can do in a ring and what his skill set and that is fucking cold blood. Do you know what I'm saying? He's cold. But because I like a certain style, I can sit here and be like, he's trash, he's garbage, he's this, he's that. And this could live in the head of people for a long time. Do you know what I'm saying? Man can't football's almost the opposite. Like someone like David Beckham was good, but his legacy is bigger than what he actually was as a player. He's a bit overhyped. Boxing often goes in the opposite direction. Do you know what I'm saying? Shakur is going to retire and not ever be as famous or as well thought of in the minds of the average person than Ryan Garcia, because Ryan Garcia is just more popular. He does TikTok, does social media. He'll go and fight Dean the Great. He'll go to Misfits. He'll go to Zaffa. He'll go here. He'll go there. He's just a general celebrity, and Shakur will be better. He'll be world champion, multiple weight classes, multiple belts, more unifying, clean record, maybe even undefeated, like the best defensive. But it won't matter. Man will just remember Ryan because Ryan's more famous. In football, you don't have to make yourself famous. The club will make you famous. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas in boxing, it's not like that. You have to do everything yourself. So that's why these people are very, very triggered and insecure and all the rest of it. But yeah, Ryan knows how to play the game 100%. 100%. Allow my like I knew you weren't gonna like that. Word to Darren Till, he'll just get a kick in the head 100%. I'm just deep in 21 is mad young. 21 is young, bro. 21 is very, very young, bro. Mike Tyson was world heavyweight champion at 20, bro. At 20. He wouldn't have even finished uni yet. Mike Tyson was never going to uni, but you know what I'm saying? Let's see this ring walk, because why is this not at the O2? Oh, he's got Meeks walking him out. Okay. I had a feel. You know what? Something told me, watch the ring walk. I had such a feeling, because I've got a feeling that I actually like Meeks as well. Shout out Meeks. He's cold. I had a feeling that this. I was about to say, one, why is this not in the O2? Because Itoma's from Kent, so if you go fight in the O2, it's going to be packed full of Kent people. But I had a feeling that this fight was going to be the fight where they were going to really try and show his personality. Am I right in thinking that him versus Dillian was in Saudi, and in Saudi is quite sanitized? You can't really show your personality and character too much. So when he went and fought in Saudi, there was none of this talk of they left Slovakia because of racism and blah blah blah. There was not much about him and his life and his story and all the rest of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, this fight there has been a lot more talk about him and his life and his backstory, and I thought they're gonna really try and show his personality a lot more. I don't get Ryan's personality. He's not even charismatic. And he just does loads of TikTok challenges and stuff like that. Man like Meeks can't flatter us to deceive practically his whole career. So I hear you, Nick. Bro, he lost to fucking Breeders Prescott, and Crawford fought Breeders Prescott on Crawford's professional debut and battered him, damn near retired him in his professional debut, bro. He never fought a professional fight ever in his life. And in his first fight, he fought Prescott and nearly retired the guy, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? 93 for Itauma, 7 for Franklin. Of course, bro. It's always going to be that way, bro. It's always going to be that way. Bro, you man in the chat said Franklin stands no chance, bro. No chance, bro. You man gave him nil point, zero blood, zilch. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's the, you know what I mean? I'm surprised he's even got 7% on there. I'll be real. Franklin going to be quicker than White, might even be one punch. I don't know if it's going to be one punch. White, don't know, my voice cracked. White was going in there to fight because White genuinely believed in his mind, I can punch this you up, which he can. There will be people in this chat, I don't know all of you yet, but there'll be people in life that can batter me in a street fight. Yeah. Maybe I'm being humble in it. Like some of you might get slapped, but I'm just saying there might be someone that can beat me in a street fight that cannot beat me in a boxing match because it's a different skill set. It's a different skill set, bro. It's a whole man bring their ego into boxing. It's actually a set skill set. So White is looking at Itauma like on the road, I'm battering you, and I still believe White on the streets. If he bucked him on a late night in Brixton, it's long for Itauma. But this is a boxing match. Do you know what I'm saying? And so um when White, Ricky posting the eyes emoji. So when White walks into the ring, he's just walking at Itauma trying to fight him. Franklin is more of a boxer, and Franklin's quite skilled at winning rounds. The concern is not that Franklin's going to knock out Itauma, because that is categorically not going to happen. The concern is, can this guy craftily steal rounds from you, and can you fight someone that's not just walking in to engage with you? Do you know what I'm saying? That's the question. Did you see Spence training with Jamal Charles? I know one of you lot asked that before. No, I didn't. And I don't really like Charlos. And Spence being around the Charlos and that sort of thing is precisely why I picked against him when he was fighting Crawford. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I was just like, bro, I don't trust them man and the lifestyle that they're living. Do you know what I'm saying? As good as they are and as talented as they are, bro, I just didn't trust it. Do you know what I'm saying? Man said Nick's trying to fight you. Shut up. But here we go. Let's see. Final predictions in the chat. Final predictions in the chat. The main event is about to start. I said in the podcast this week, I think I said Itauma middle rounds, 6 or 7. Somewhere 6 or 7. So Mac is going round 1. I mean, Franklin's only lost 2 fights, and both of those are against Dillian and AJ. And good Dillians and good AJs. AJ was on the rebuild, but a decent Dillian as well. Was the Dillian fight before or after Dillian got the fight against Fury? Why did I just randomly lose connection? Okay, it's back. Bro. That was after Dillian got Brock up against Fury, and that version of Dillian that was Brock up still went on to beat my man. Nah, he didn't beat Dillian. Sorry, you're right. He did beat Dillian. My bad. I'm getting confused about whose box rack I looked at. No. Dillian beat him. Didn't beat him. Majority decision, but it was on points. Didn't stop him. So this is what I'm saying. Like the highlight of his career, Atoma's like Franklin's main thing that he's known for is he took AJ and Dillian 12 rounds. Do you know what I'm saying? And Dillian was putting a whooping on people, bro. Do you know what I mean? Dillian beat Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker, Derek Chisora, Oscar Rivas, Marius Vac, all in one thing. Then he lost to Povetkin. Then he beat Povetkin. Then he lost to Fury, and then he beat Franklin. That was part of his comeback. Franklin, Hammer, Tete, and then he lost to Itauma. But yeah, he fought him in 2022, bro. He fought a decent White. It wasn't White now that's fully dead, but it was White before the ban, all that kind of stuff. I said Itauma on points, but I don't know. Itauma on points, this is the thing. I don't know that Itauma can win rounds against Franklin. But let's see. What's the furthest Itauma's gone in a fight? 6 rounds. The longest he's gone in a fight, and we're into round 1, by the way. The longest he's gone is 6 rounds. Let's see what happens here with Jermaine Franklin. Itauma lands his first jab. And Franklin kind of standing a bit toe-to-toe with Itauma, which makes me nervous. After this, Andy Ruiz, like I say, I don't know how ambitious he is. Oh my goodness, Itauma nearly drops Franklin already. That was about balance, but Franklin's got to move sideways, bro. Franklin's got to move sideways, bro. Honestly, because it's a good, fast. Oh, that's a second good, fast right hand from Itauma. Two very good, quick right hands from Itauma. The hand speed that Itauma has, people focus on the power. I think his best attribute is the hand speed. Because I think there are people that hit just as hard as him in the heavyweight division. But I don't know who throws their hands that fast. Even if he fought Wardley, my concern for Wardley, if he when he has more experience, my concern is Wardley can crack, but Wardley's not this fast. This guy is rapid. Oof, it's a good body shot from Itauma. Itauma looks really good. I can't even lie. He looks really, really good. Random, I said 6 or 7. This ain't going 6 or 7. So it is what Franklin is just inviting pressure. Franklin is obviously brought in as an opponent. And the issue that I have is he's fighting like an opponent. So it's going to be really interesting. This is the problem. I'm not trying to rush Itauma. I'm not trying to push Itauma, to fight Usyk or whoever, right? And now Franklin gets out of that corner. What I'm saying is, you're bringing in opponents that are coming to lose. And if you look what Franklin is doing right now, Franklin is there to lose. Do you know what I'm saying? He is just trying to lose in a respectable fashion, but he's showing no ambition to win this fight. Do you know what I mean? Franklin is showing me pretty much zero ambition to win this fight. And what I don't want to happen is that the first time you fight someone who has ambitions to win is in a world title fight. That doesn't work for me. Do you know what I mean? I would want to see you fight someone with some ambitions to win. Oh, and Franklin's hurt. Could he survive and get to the first rounds? This is what Franklin's so good at, just fighting back. Franklin is definitely hurt, though. Oh, Franklin could have gone. Franklin could have gone. You think Franklin came in heavy on purpose? Mm, nah, I don't think so. I mean, he's fighting someone bigger. Do you know what I'm saying? So that wouldn't have worked. That would work if you were bigger than if you're bigger than if he was fighting a Coley who's maybe a bit bigger than him, then that might make sense. But fighting someone, when I say he, if Itauma was fighting a Coley, if a Coley wanted to go in there and say, I'm gonna be the bigger man, that might make sense. And the Coley style is to tie his man up and go in and be heavy and lean on him. For someone with Franklin's dimensions, where he's the smaller guy, coming in heavier does nothing for you. Nothing for you at all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Franklin's fucked. He's actually fucked. Like, do you know what I mean? Honestly, like, I hope he's not, but if Queensbury is smart, another reason I want them to move him faster is because if I'm right and one of his best attributes is hand speed, yeah, it doesn't serve anything letting him get to a point where his hand speed is starting to slip. Atomic keeps doing this this dummy thing, but the dummy is so over the top that it doesn't. Franklin's not biting on it because Franklin's quite short. So if your hand is up here, it's not hitting me anyway. So I don't need to bite on that. That one's on the back of the head, but the thing is, I hear what you're saying, and obviously, I've just made the argument as to why a Coley would be better, but I don't know that a Coley has ambitions to win. That's my problem. I just need to see you fight someone that has something to fight for. We've not yet seen you fight someone that has something to fight for, or that is actually fighting for something. Good overhand left from Franklin. But when I say come to win, what I'm saying is it's not like a Coley's waiting for a world title shot. Atoma is clearly on the track to be a world champion. He's waiting for he's building himself up to be a world champion. A Coley's not ever mentioned being a world champion at heavyweight at all. He's never mentioned it. He's never been in those conversations. He's never tried to get a fight with AJ or Fury or Wilder or Chisora or anybody even around world champion level. So losing to a Toma doesn't do. There's no jeopardy because you just be back where you already were fighting Tete and these kind of people. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like when I say Akoli has nothing to fight for. Four punch combination. You don't really see four punch combinations in this era of heavyweights. Big left hand from Atoma's a really good left hand. Franklin just laughs that off. I think Jarrell Miller could be a good fight, man. I'm just thinking Jarrell Miller's like a bigger Franklin. He's caught Franklin a couple times, bro. Yeah, the exaggerated feints. They're so the feint is not gonna make me. If you're fainting up here and my head's down here, I'm not. We're gonna see Sebastian Fundora fight. Fight. What's his name? Fight Furman. There's no point. End of round three. There's no point the feint being so high because I don't have to. I don't have to do anything. Do you know what I'm saying? Bro, what is this chin? Bro, this is what I said to you. Franklin has been brought in to be he's a very durable guy. AJ hit him with some bombs and he survived all 12. Do you know what I'm saying? Dillian White did hit him with some bombs as well when he survived 12 rounds. He lost those fights, but he survived 12 rounds. He's not an easy person to knock out. Do you know what I'm saying? He's not an easy person to knock out at all. Do you know what I mean? But he will go because he's just eating too many bombs, bro. He's just quite simply eating too many. It's as simple as that. The other problem Franklin has is he doesn't crack that hard, so he doesn't actually stop people. So as much as he can box, this is the reason this is good matchmaking is because you'll get rounds, but the jeopardy isn't really there. If that makes sense, like it's not like if Franklin catches him on a counter, he's knocking him down because he's not, bro. Franklin can't really crack. Do you know what I'm saying? So of his, what's his record? Of his 24 wins, only 15 are KOs. Do you know what I'm saying? See, what I think a Coley would do here, but with the exaggerated feints, a Coley would grab that arm and get into him. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree. Nothing for bro. There's nothing for a Tommy to worry about, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, even if I miss, I can't miss. To quote my boy Omar from The Wire. Do you know what I'm saying? Franklin is would be one of the worst people to fight on the street, because he don't look like he's in great shape. He's not very muscular. You'll start feeling confident, but when you hit him, nothing happens, blood. I do think Atoma also is playing for rounds. I feel like he's not going for it. I wonder if he hurts him, will he go for the kill? Because he needs rounds as well. Nice from Franklin. Nice. Jab, lean back, jab. Apparently Atoma told his corner the pace is too high. Well, I remember people say AJ had gas tank issues as well. But then Moses isn't muscle bound like AJ. Although he's big, he's not super muscular. But this is what I'm saying. Imagine Atoma's first challenge is against either a Wardley, where the fight is frenetic and crazy and it's for a world title, or against the Usyk, where he can just take the fight away from you. It's not a good place to be. Do you know what I mean? You want fights before that. You need world title eliminators and stuff like that. I think a Jerome Miller or something, But even like I say, other than just fighting for the sake of fighting and make a paycheck, Atoma don't really generate a lot of money. So Oh, Franklin is down. Third round, Franklin is down. Looked like a bit of a flash knockdown. He's back up already. But me and Shane spoke in the week and said, bro, if you're Franklin, you cannot stay down for a full 8 or 9 count because the ref's gonna count it out. Only 10 seconds left in this round. Can Franklin survive? And again, Franklin's gonna fight back a little bit. Franklin went for a haymaker. It missed, but it meant that was lovely. Franklin was on the back foot. Franklin swung a wild haymaker. It didn't connect at all, but it made him and Itauma fall into each other, and that alone killed the clock. Do you know what I mean? That was very, very smart. Is that on the back of the head? I think that might have been on the back of the head. Let's see. It's just about here. I think that's the back of the head. I think that's the back of the head personally, but fine. Let's see what happens now. We're in round 4. Let's see what happens in Moses in the pace. Does he just pace himself? Does he go for the kill? Big right hand from Moses. He sets up his shots really well. This is a great performance. I'm not going to lie. I maintain that this is a great performance. Itauma did get caught stepping in. Itauma will lose his speed as he gets older, but he's so far from being old. He's only 21. So he might start losing his speed when he's 29, 30. He's got ages to go. It's a long way. Do you know what I'm saying? At least he's doing better than Dillian White, 100%. Franklin's got to be happy with what he's done so far. It's a big left hand. That left hand looked like it shook the camera. That left hand was huge. Franklin caught it and rode it a little bit, paused, but that left hand was huge there. I remember when I was watching early Mike Tyson, not watching, but like when I used to go back and watch early Mike Tyson, and they say his punches sound different. And maybe the stadium is quite quiet, but the punches sound so powerful from Moses Itauma. Itauma's trying to jab his way. Franklin's trying to jab his way to winning these rounds, and Itauma is just trying to fucking take his head off. Like, 30 seconds left in round 4. Just feel like Franklin's just welcoming the pressure a little bit too much. It's good defense from Franklin again. That was a decent round from Franklin. Didn't quite win it, but actually had a good round. Do you mean? I think that was a pretty decent round from Franklin, to be honest. I think Franklin could have won that round. I'm not gonna give it to him. I just think that first of all, he's away from home. He's not gonna get it anyway. But the style of he just goes to the neutral corner and just does this, and he's really good at just being tidy. But when you got so, it just looks better body language wise to be the guy coming forwards and showing it. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like Arteta's Arsenal sitting deep and defensive and then scoring a corner. It's fine. You can win a game, but it's not going to get fans off their seats. Do you know what I'm saying? And if the other team is constantly attacking and hitting the crossbar and forcing the action, people are always going to say the other team is the better side, even if you win. Franklin is like Wardley; he can fight in pain. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because he's definitely in pain. Do you know what I mean? But he can fight through it, no doubt. I forgot that there was that 10-8 as well in the third round. I feel like Franklin starting to figure Moses out. Moses uses the same traps over and over again. Yeah, Moses hasn't got a very deep bag of tricks. Do you know what I'm saying? But again, he's never been more than 6 rounds in his entire career. Big left hand. Look, that's hurting Franklin. It's coming straight off the guard and it's still hurting Franklin. But Franklin's been clipped twice. He needs to get his lick back here right now. Franklin is not allowing Moses to get too much of a lead. If Moses lands one clean shot and then he lands a second clean shot, Franklin is quickly trying to make sure he lands the third clean shot. What a stoppage! What a stoppage that was. That was a great stoppage. That might be one of the stoppages of the year. That might be one of the stoppages of the year. It's not the punch that ends the fight. It's the punch just before the punch that ends the fight. They're so close. They're so close. This is why you cannot, when you're with someone like Itauma, and I've said this is a great, listen, that was a great Itauma performance. That's the best Itauma performance I've seen. And I've got a feeling they're not going to move him forwards and we're not going to see him fight Hergovich and Zhang and all these names. They're going to keep him at this level. This performance is going to be the performance for a long time. There's going to be a while that this is the performance they keep going back to because Franklin did so well. Franklin did as best as he could do. But that short check, clean uppercut, and somebody said it earlier. Truth Teller Maxwell said it. He's doing the same thing over and over again. He's doing the same thing over and over again. He's doing the same thing over and over again. He's doing this, and he was. Toma was doing the same thing over and over, both attacking wise and defensively in terms of setting traps. It was repetitive. It was repetitive. It was repetitive. And then the dance partner that is Franklin, who's done so well. You know, he knew he started to get into the rhythm, and he knew, and then he's doing the same thing, and it became repetitive and repetitive, and then just a quick bang uppercut, and he's out on his feet. He throws the right hand to finish it, but it doesn't matter. The uppercut, he could have just stood there and watched him. That would have been cold, but he could have just stood there and watched him going down and slow. You know when you see man cut trees on YouTube, and you see timber, and you hear the boom. That's what that was, bro. That uppercut, that he broke the rhythm. He got into a rhythm. And I do think this fight was perfect because this fight has shown us some level of vulnerability is too strong. Some level of blueprint into how to get at Itauma, but also shown us that Itauma can then go and find a solution when the fight's not going his way. That was great. That's a great performance. That's a great disciplined performance. And you know what made it so great? Credit to Franklin. It looked great when we all saw him knock out Dillian White. And we're being unfair here. All of us are being unfair a little bit. And I'll tell you why. We go back and watch Mike Tyson knock out man that we never heard of. And we say, oh my God, he's amazing. Look at this amazing knockout. Oh my God, it's amazing. Mike Tyson's so great. When Itauma come through and did that, we were like, I don't know. And Itauma's like, what the hell? What's this all about? When you watch other man knock people out, it's great. When I knock people out, it's not good enough. I don't understand. What's the problem? This was but it didn't feel earned. The Dillian White knockout didn't really feel earned. This felt like a well earned knockout. That win was very, very well earned because Franklin did so well for the time that he was in there to make that knockout look even better. And as well as Franklin did, as good an account of himself as he gave, he was dropped twice in 5 rounds. I totally forgot he was dropped in the third. He was dropped in the third and then dropped in the fifth. That's mad, bro. That knockout was crazy. That knockout was actually crazy. That punch looked nasty. Facts. I ain't ever seen a man wobble like that, bro. Lights out completely, bro. I remember the first time I hit someone and their lights were gone, bro. I thought they were dead, bro. I thought they were dead. Do you know what I mean, when you punch someone in the face and they're looking. I'm looking at you here. The punch comes and the guy's not. He's not looking. He's looking nowhere specific. His eyes are just moving with no control. The retinas that connect his eyes to his brain are no longer working. Where his eyes go are not in his control anymore. Bro, you think, raw, what have I done, blood? Do you know what I'm saying? Then if you're a real sicko, you say, you know what? That was fucking lit. I want to do that again, blood. Do you know what I'm saying, bro? I want to put niggas' lights out, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Facts. Facts, man. Well, I said around 6. It was round 5. I did think that it would be middle rounds. I said around about round 6, and it was round 5. So I didn't think it'd be first round. Um, then get punched in the face. Then yeah, I mean the punch in the face fall was savage, extra savage. KO took the soul out of him. Don't think I've seen that before. And this is a man. Let's not forget that went 12 rounds with AJ and 12 rounds with Dillian White, and got stopped in 5 by Itauma, which we all knew that was going to happen. What a knockout! The uppercut was nasty. Just seeing it, rude uppercut, rude uppercut. Still disappointed. There's not enough challenge for him. This guy's already past their best. You know what? For this, I disagree. I disagree. He's Moses Itauma. Hear what I'm saying to you, Ahmad. Moses Itoma's only ever fought 6 rounds, and at the time they were 6 round fights. Since he's moved up to 10 round fights, everyone's been knocked out in the first round. He needs these type of fights to learn how to find a solution and how to find a plan B when plan A isn't working. He has used plan A and beat everybody. He's used plan A and beat everybody that he's come up against, bar 1 or 2 people that have like shitted their way to a points situation. But broadly speaking, he's used plan A and beat everyone. You throw him into a real challenge, he doesn't know plan B yet. This was a great fight. We spoke about how Moses doesn't have a lot in his bag. Tonight he showed he's got a little bit more in his bag than we realized. He is still building his bag of tools before he's actually going to a job to build the fence. He's not at the building the fence stage. Wardley is building fences. Wardley's building mansions. Do you know what I mean? Itoma's not building yet. Do you know what I mean? He's still just getting the tools in the bag before he goes out to actually go and start building the fence or building the house. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. So I ain't got any problem with this. And I don't have a problem with it so long as his opponent gives a good account of himself. And because his opponent gave a good account of himself tonight, that makes this performance look great. Does that make sense? Itouma is so good. Same as like Usyk. Usyk is so good. Usyk is going to have a bad night in his next fight against this kickboxer to make the fight look good. If Usyk goes in there and fights like he fought against Dubois, he'll piece up this guy in 2 rounds and it won't look good. It won't look impressive. Do you know what I'm saying? Cast your mind back to when we saw Francis Ngannou box Fury. We thought, oh, this is an okay decision for Fury because it went 12 rounds. It was very competitive. Could have gone either way. Fair enough. We respect it. This is good. Then AJ knocks him out in 2 rounds. Then we went, actually, this is bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? Because the fight wasn't competitive, you need the right dance partner to make this even look competitive. And I think Franklin did his part tonight. When people start talking about Moses Itauma and how good he is going forwards, a lot of that is because of the great work that Jermaine Franklin did tonight. One thing for sure that was better displayed than the fight against White, 100%. He needs the right dance partner. Parker, yeah. Ruiz would be a good fight. That's what we were just talking about. It. Nicholas, what are you saying? Thank you, bro. I said round 6 or 8 still. I know why you're typing that. It was round 5, blood. Do you know what I'm saying? You're typing it like, you know what I'm saying? Like you said something, like you got it right. We need to let fighters develop another year around this level. Then the title in 27 when Usyk vacates belts. I'm not mad at that. But I just want to keep, if I keep seeing these types of fights, if I see him fight Ruiz and it's the similar type of thing, but maybe he beats him in 6, maybe he receives a few more punches, because the one problem I have with Franklin is his hands were a little bit slower, then I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you going to the World Cup? We were thinking about going to the World Cup. We're trying to go to Vegas in September for, I think, what might be Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. I'd like to go to America for the World Cup. I might have some visa issues, but we'll see. If I go to, but hear what I'm saying. If I go to America for the World Cup, I might not go to a game. I might just go and be like in the atmosphere where it's happening, and go to a bar and watch the game, because I ain't spending those $6 or whatever it is to get tickets. Like it's not that deep. Do you know what I'm saying? But if it's Vegas for Ryan Garcia, we will try to get press. Do you know what I'm saying? Nick don't like America. Stupid question. Yeah, facts. $2,000 for 2 seats. Man, you're mad, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, don't sell crack no more. Hrgovic next. Filip Hrgovic. We spoke about this already. Shane's gonna be here soon, so we'll jump on the live afterwards and discuss all this stuff. But yeah, for me, this was a great performance. I think, yeah, Hrgovic, Filip Hrgovic. I think the loser of Daniel Dubois versus Wardley. I don't think Frank's gonna do it, but I would I would have the loser of, you know what I'm saying? I think the loser for me. I heard Dave Allen. Yeah, I think Dave Allen's fighting Hrgovic. Dave Allen's fighting Hrgovic on the 4th of May or something. Hrgovic should deal with him. Hrgovic should deal with him. For me, I would like to see Hrgovic, and then I would like to see the loser of Wardley versus Dubois. Do you know what I'm saying? If Dubois loses to Wardley, I wouldn't mind seeing Dubois win with Itauma. Because if you look at AJ, we see what these losses take out of someone. That would be 3 losses. And if he loses badly to Itauma, to Wardley, that would be a bad loss. When I say a bad loss, I don't mean bad as in the opponent's bad. The opponents are great. But bad as in you got Brock up. You got Brock up against Usyk. I was there live. Maybe a Makhmudov. Makhmudov's fucking shit. You're only saying Makhmudov because he's fighting Fury. Makhmudov is shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when I say Makhmudov shit, Makhmudov is not a level above Franklin. Who's Makhmudov for? Do you know what I'm saying? If we're trying to see you go up, Makhmudov is not a level above Franklin. Makhmudov is crap. Do you know what I'm saying? Franklin was fighting AJ and Makhmudov was fighting Dave Allen. Makhmudov lost to Vianello. You probably never even heard of Vianello. Have you heard of Vianello? Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, he can't beat Wardley or Dubois. But what I'm saying, yeah, bro, Dave Allen, man said Dave Allen and them, man. I can name you, man, that Dave Allen's beat. I can name you, man, Dave Allen's fought. Dave Allen's got a very good resume. Do you know what I'm saying? Dave Allen's got a very good resume. You can't tell me 3 man that Makhmudov's fought. The only reason you're saying, yeah, he lost to Caballo. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, we're not doing Bacoli, bro. We're not doing Bacoli in Big 2026. We've left that. You might as well say Tete. He's going to fight Tete then. Do you know what I'm saying? Bacoli is a scrub, blood. If Bacoli was professional, all right, cool. Here, man, them don't listen. Listen to what I'm saying, please. Remember when Bacoli went to fight Joseph Parker on 5 days' notice, yeah? Did he go to win that fight or did he go to get paid? He went to get paid, bro. He didn't go to win that fight. I need someone that's coming to win the fight, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I need someone who's coming to win the fight, bro. Zhang, Bacoli, and Joyce, to see him handle a bigger man. Pause, but yeah, I see the thought process of what you're saying. I just feel like I don't know if any of them are coming to win. Joyce hasn't fought in 1,000 years. Zhang is borderline retired. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I'm saying it now. I want to see him fight the loser of Wardley versus Dubois. That's what I want to see. Do you know who could be good? Justice Heaney. What do you man think about Justice Heaney? The one he was beating Wardley before Wardley knocked him out. I think Justice Heaney could be cold. That's what I just said. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Justice Heaney could be a good shout. Justice Heaney could be Mac. We're on the wavelength, bro. Justice Heaney could be a good shout. Bacoli could be good technically, but he's just not serious, bro. He's just not serious. That's the problem. He's just gonna come collect his piece. If you tell Bacoli, like Bacoli is only good if see some fighters, yeah. You know, like everyone's got this. Everyone's got a footballer in their team, yeah. We maybe have it with Saka. United have got this player. Chelsea probably got this player. If there was a player that you could restrict to £50,000 a week, and they only get their full wages if they play well, have you got a player in your club that's like that? Yeah. If we could do that type of deal with Bacoli, then I would be on it. If you said to Bacoli, your pay is 500k, yeah, Palmer, you man have got Palmer, I've got Saka, I'm sure United's got one as well. Do you know what I'm saying? If we could do that with Bacoli, then I'd be on it. Then I'd be on it, bro. I'd be on it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I hear you, no one's clinched him, and them man are bigger than him, but them man are old, fat, past it men, bro. They're bigger than him, but a 21-year-old like Itauma, he's gonna pick up Bacoli and move him, bruv. He's bigger, but he's not Bacoli 5 years ago, 3 years ago, maybe. Zhang 3 years ago, maybe. But today, I don't know, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I would see him fight the winner of Chisora versus Wilder, or the loser of because it's just the motivation. If I could tell Bacoli, I'm paying you 500 back. The purse is 10 mil, but I'm paying you 500 bags to turn up and 9.5 if you give a great account of yourself. Then I would choose Bacoli. But Bacoli, if you overpay him, he's just gonna come and take the piss, bro. The man is saying Bacoli's good in the first round, bro. We're trying to give the guy rounds. He's talking about the first round. Come on, man. Man, know what this is, bro. We can't do this. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think for me, bro, it's gotta be I think the loser of them, man, is the best. Do you know what I'm saying? The loser of Wardley versus Dubois is the best. He trains with Fabio. Who trains with Fabio? Exactly my problem. Exactly my problem. Itauma versus Caballero ain't gonna happen. Caballero is this close to a world title shot. Why am I? If I'm Caballero, I'm putting pressure on Usyk to fight me. I'm putting pressure on Usyk to fight me. I'm Usyk's mandatory. Why am I fighting a 21-year-old from Kent that's not fought anyone? Why would I do that? Don't make no sense. Don't need personality. I don't know, man. I don't know. I see a lot of guys have great fights and their personality, they still got to generate revenue. They've got to sell tickets. Moses, Toma, and Fabio in the same camp. No, they're not. Are they in the same camp? How are they in the same camp? Are they both with Ben Davison? Are they both with Ben Davidson? But he's got another trainer there. He's got Rob Hodgkins. Yeah, I don't know then. Yeah, yeah. Ben Boxer Size Davison, bro. Ben Boxer Size Davison has a world champion and the number one heavyweight prospect. So, do you know what I'm saying? It's just is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, for me, if he's gonna fight like that, I've got to see you move up the levels, my brother. I've got to see it, bro. But that was a great fight. For now, let's just celebrate what a great fight that was and what a great performance it was. And I do think Franklin did really well, given the circumstances. Do you know what I'm saying? I said middle rounds, I said round 6. It was round 5. Do you know what I'm saying? These things happen. But yeah. Man, I'm gonna wrap up. We are Truth teller Maxwell, come on, bro. We're going backwards. Who the fuck is Riakporhe at heavyweight? This is his first fight at heavyweight, no? Riakporhe? First or second fight at heavyweight? We want to be seeing this guy get tested. You're going to put him in there with a cruiserweight that's blown up. That's dead, bro. With Madonna on the sideline and that. That's dead. That's dead, bro. That's not going to tell us more than seeing you fight Hrgovic or than seeing you fight Parker or than seeing you fight Dubois coming off of a loss. Or see, do you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. If Hrgovic beats Dave Allen, I think it's a good fight. If Hrgovic beats Dave Allen, I like that fight. I think Hrgovic makes sense. There's a few. There's a few options. There's a few options, but let's see. But I'm concerned because he's with Queensbury. I'm concerned because he's with Queensbury. I'm concerned. But it is what it is. Madam, I'm going to have a quick break. We're going to be back live at 2 a.m., 3 hours time. If you might want to come and lock in, we're going to be live for Sebastian Fundora, who is still, I think, the world's tallest champion. Even at 154 pounds, he's the world's tallest boxing champion, I think, at 6'5", fighting 154 pounds, fighting Keith one-time Furman, the guy who brings all the personality to boxing. Do you know what I'm saying? And Keith is very capable of going and winning this fight. Let's be real. So we gotta see. But yeah, man, I'm gonna see you, man, at 2 a.m. Like the video on your way out, please. I beg you, man, like the video, or Shane's gonna have a moan when he gets here, and then we'll go from there. I'll see you, man, in a few hours. Peace and love. You already know the thing, blood. Peace.